The Beatles are often hailed as one of the most influential bands in music history, their legacy shaping modern pop and rock for generations. Yet, behind their success stood a man whose guidance and vision were just as vital as their musical talent, Brian Epstein. Epstein first encountered the Beatles in 1961 at the Cavern Club in Liverpool. At the time, he had little experience in managing artists, but he instantly recognized something special about the scruffy young band. Despite lacking formal training, he had an instinct for what could make them stars. He polished their image, secured recording deals, and helped transform a local Liverpool act into a worldwide phenomenon. Without him, the Beatles' meteoric rise might have never happened. Born on September 19, 1934, in Liverpool, Epstein came from a prosperous Jewish family that owned a successful furniture and record business called NEMS, the North End Music Store. Though he struggled in school and dabbled in theater, he eventually found his calling through music retail. Under his leadership, NEMS became a major hub for popular records, revealing his sharp sense for musical trends and talent management. Epstein's discovery of the Beatles began almost by chance. One day, a customer asked for a single called My Bonnie by a band he had never heard of. Curious, Epstein investigated and learned that the group was performing nearby. When he attended their show, he was captivated by their raw energy, humor, and charisma. He saw beyond the rough exterior and envisioned a group that could take on the world. A few weeks later, he met the band backstage and offered to manage them. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and drummer Pete Best agreed, marking the start of a partnership that would change music forever. Epstein refined their look, introduced professionalism, and opened the door to EMI and producer George Martin, key steps that led to their global fame. Despite his professional triumphs, Epstein's personal life was troubled. As a closeted gay man in the 1960s in England, where homosexuality was still criminalized, he lived under constant fear of exposure. His loneliness and emotional struggles weighed heavily on him, even as he managed one of the most famous acts on Earth. Tragically, his story ended early. On August 27, 1967, Epstein accidentally overdosed on sleeping pills after mixing them with alcohol. He was only 32 years old. His death left the Beatles without their guiding hand, and many believe the band's gradual unraveling began soon after. Though his life was brief, Brian Epstein's influence remains timeless. He wasn't just the Beatles' manager, he was the architect of their success, the visionary who turned 4 young men from Liverpool into legends that would echo through history.